Okay, hey everyone. I thought, you know what? I had a little bit of time. Why not do a little bit of a live stream? A little bit of downtime from preparing for Hurricane Milton. I'm sort of prepared, not fully prepared. There's still more I need to get done. I just wasn't able to get it all done. Like the other day, I went looking for gas and I couldn't really find gas anywhere. There's one gas station that might have had it, had a really long line. Thing is, there's another one I got online for, and I got up there, and they had no like regular gas. They just had some sort. They had diesel, another kind of gas I couldn't really put in my car, so it ended up happening. I have half a tank, so I'm not worried. But so the live stream, see who's on. Just preparing as best we can. Second. Just preparing now as best we can. This is my first rodeo with regard to hurricanes, so I'm sure I'll be okay. Most what I'm worried about is losing power, because it can get pretty warm in here after, and then it'll affect the refrigeration and all that other stuff, So, but gotta do the best we can, That's all we could do. Yeah, I guess I couldn't really find gas. I know there's certain food items, and it makes sense that was like really low or none really at all, hardly. Certain canned meats, canned SpaghettiOs, raviolis. Obviously, why? Because those are shelf stable. You eat right out of the can, you don't have the heat. Water was pretty low. Paper towels, toilet paper. But from what I understand, toilet paper was kind of low already because that dock strike they had. I don't believe we actually import toilet paper. I think it's made here, but I could be wrong. Things like charcoal was kind of low. I didn't see any lighter fluid at the one store I went to. But they still had most stuff. I've seen it definitely lower before with other hurricanes. And of course, when COVID hit, there was a lot of things that was pretty low for obviously chain supply issues. But I noticed the stores were definitely more people. More people were moving around a little bit more fast and hectic. But no, it hasn't been too bad. I think it'll be okay in the area I'm in, but I know there's a place on the coast that's going to get the hell kicked out of them, so it'll be a lot worse. So I'm not too worried about me. I'm worried about others, Just got to do the best we can with a situation. Hurricanes happen, and you know what's going to happen, especially it's going to strike this area of the world. Just got to do the best you can. That's all I can say. Try to repair as much as possible. There's more things, though, I should have done, and I have to be sure that I do this for next time because still, you never know. It's always, they say it's better to be prepared than not prepared, or it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it type thing. Just a second. I am going to share this on my YouTube page in case anyone wants to talk. Let me see. I'm sending it to your came on, said something. Just give me a moment. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Yeah, okay. Just sharing this on my Facebook page. But I got some positive messages from people so far. I appreciate that. I think I'll be okay. Like I said, this isn't my first rodeo with regard to hurricanes. The worst was in 2004 when I experienced 3 hurricanes in a month, really in a matter of a couple weeks. And that was pretty bad. Which, interestingly, the worst one of the 3 was the weakest. And that's because, let me just do this. Because it was the slowest, even though it was the weakest out of all of them, it was the slowest. So it hung out of the area a lot longer. That did a lot more damage. I remember we didn't have power for like 5 days, and it was just so uncomfortable with the heat. A lot of food spoiled. Wait a minute. Just gotta make sure. But yeah, that was the worst one, and I was quite new to living here, so it was definitely a surprise. I was not used to how everything went with a hurricane, you know. But it was quite scary. But I got through that one, and then actually that hurricane was called Hurricane Gene. We got Hurricane Gene, Charlie, and I don't remember the other one. I always seem to forget the name of the other one. Charlie was the most powerfulest, but if I remember correctly, that was like the fastest one that moved the fastest through Florida, so it wasn't too bad. Gene was the one that really kicked the hell out of us, even though that was the weakest one. Because it was moving slower, so it stayed in the area a lot longer. I'm gonna stay here a little bit, see if anyone wants to come in and talk. I don't think I'm gonna be here that long. I'm just taking a little bit of a break, I guess you could say. Not too much going on. Seeing a couple people's online that might want to talk. Shoot, I gotta go back. I had to get a new mouse. I picked this. It's Own. It's a cheaper one, but it's wireless. The only difference is it had a receiver I had to plug into my computer to use it, unlike my other one who didn't have it receiver. It's getting a little bit used to. It's a little bit smaller. Somehow this wheel here in my old one just wasn't working. I think, the gear and everything just wears down. It's not the battery in that. So it's not bad. I didn't do an unboxing video of this. I probably should have. I've been trying to do those lately because I know people's interested in them. And I know I've checked out some unboxing videos and some reviews and things. I might do a review on it maybe. Let everyone know. Because I watch those sometimes and things I think about buying. Oh, hi, Tropical Nerds. How are you? Yeah, doing as best as I can. I should be much more prepared than I am. But you just don't realize everything you got to do until sometimes it's too late. But I'm not really that worried. I've been through hurricanes before. This is my first rodeo. Like I was mentioning earlier, I think probably before you got here, the worst was 2004 when we had those 3 hurricanes, and that came through like right over my house where I was living at the time. And interestingly, the third one was the worst. It was the weakest, but why it was the worst because it moved so slow over the area and did so much more damage. We had power for like 5 days. It was miserably hot. Yeah, I saw your post about that, and I saw one of those tracking things. It looked like it moved a bit more south. Yeah, but still pretty close to me. But we'll see. Maybe it'll even move even farther. I'm not that worried. You know, it's like a category 5 right now, but by the time it hits Florida, it'll slow down pretty fast. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not. I don't want people to think, oh, I'm just flippantly not worried or nothing. I am, but I'm not gonna panic or nothing. Like I said, it's not my first rodeo. Okay, I'll have to look at the newest update. I haven't got a chance to see that yet. Like I mentioned to you earlier, I couldn't even get any gas. We tried yesterday. No gas station had it. There's this one Wawa that might have had some, but the line was super long, and there was no guarantee there was going to be gas by the time I got up there. The only gas that some stations had was some diesel, and then there was like this flex fuel kind that I couldn't really put in my car. So we didn't end up getting. I have half a tank, but I don't plan to go anywhere anyways. So I'm just gonna wait out. Like I said, I think it'll be all right. My biggest worry is power loss. That happens, there's going to be a lot of food that's going to be spoiled if it's off too long. That's what I'm mainly worried about. I picked up some charcoal and stuff. I think I know I have lighter fluid in the shed and stuff, but some canned goods and stuff. Like I said, I'm not that worried. I hope so. It's been a bit more cooler the last couple days. It's been more overcast. Yeah, when we had those bad hurricanes and 20 years ago now, it's hard to believe. When the power went out, it was in September. Oh, it was so miserably hot. I still was used to like the northern weather, so I'm a bit more acclimated to it now. Yeah. I know there's like an app, was Gas Buddy or something it's called, that you could check out that could tell you where gas is. But I know I'm just going to manually stay home. I'm just not going to drive around. I anticipate in my area, everything will probably be close to normal within a couple days. That's the benefit, I think, for both of us living in more the insidey part of Florida, not on the coast. I mean, it might be beautiful living in the ocean, but you take a really big chance. But I did pick up, and I actually picked it up for that trip I went on, and it's good I got it now. When I went to that haunt in Tavares, which was a really long drive, I picked up a couple battery backup things for my cell phone. That's what I use for like a GPS thing. So I have them so I could charge my phone if I need it. Yeah, I mean, I can understand the appeal. Living on the coast is beautiful. A lot more expensive though. You pay a lot of money for an ocean view, but I like more the inside part. I think it's just safer. I have had bad luck with getting to Disney. Last week, I planned to go to Disney on Wednesday, and the last time I was going to go there was something with weather, and I just had bad luck. Yeah, I think I know the stuff you're talking about for a microwave and everything. I don't have one of those. I need to get one. I know some camping people have it that they'll plug in like a slow cooker and things too. I need to get one. My biggest thing is I need to get one of those generators attached to the house that like turn on automatically when the power goes out. I just haven't got around to getting one installed. Eventually, I'm going to do it. I hope to next year. It's just expensive. Yeah, every time things seems to come up. Like I was even going to go to Legoland on Sunday because they have a drone show now for their Halloween thing, and I didn't because it was like 90% chance of rain all day that day. And then in my immediate area, after I decided not to go, it didn't really rain that much. So just bad luck. Yeah, I think it will, because I never made it to the one at Disney Springs. I was gonna go, but things kept happening. Then I didn't fully realize it ended up September 2nd. I thought it went to like the later in September, so it's my fault. I goofed up, but I hope they bring it back. Yeah, I mean, Disney is mostly having it acting like it's going to be a normal day. We'll see. I know some of them are closing early. I know people that live around here. Some of them will leave their homes and actually go and stay in the resorts when a hurricane happens. It's supposedly safer. I don't know. I said I'm not that worried. A little bit, you know. You never know, but I think everything will be okay, at least for me. Oh, I did that. You probably saw. I don't know if you've seen it pop up. I did that one haunt in Tavares. There's a couple others I'm going to do, but I think I talked to you last year about the one in Bartow for the haunted jail, and I thought you mentioned that you or Dylan might be interested to go in that. This is going to be the last year for that one, which they've been saying that for a while, but they said definitely 100% this will be the last year, because I guess the sheriff's office been wanting to sell that building because it's no longer used. So if you do want to see that haunt, or Dylan definitely wants to see it, I would definitely try to go see it. I'm definitely going there the first day. There's another one of those haunted jails in Brevard, but I don't think I'm going to make it this year. Yeah, I can see the appeal about staying at the resort when stuff like that happens, but I couldn't with the dogs and everything, and then I want to keep an eye on things. Hi, Jack. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. I've tried them before. I think they were good. It's been a while. Yeah, you know that one in Winter Haven, that Christmas house, but by the Big Does, we're supposed to have their Halloween stuff up for this week, but I think they partially took a little bit down because of the hurricane coming. I definitely want to go see that one, their Halloween lights. I don't know if I'll make it to see the that Bangor one. I did a couple years ago, but surprisingly, it's a pretty long drive for me to get there. I got to go all the way up an I-4 and everything. That's like 45 minutes away. Oh, hi, Nick Drayton. I tried a lot of them. Several on my channel and several off. Yeah, I tried a lot of Australian snacks and drinks. Yeah, it's farther for me, which it shouldn't be, uh, for where the part of the town that's located in. But Davenport's just so spread out. That's why I didn't go last year. I didn't really feel up to doing that long drive for that. But I don't know. I might. I definitely will see the Big Does one in Winter Haven, even though their haunted or their Halloween lights is not nearly as impressive as the Christmas one, but still pretty cool. Oh well, thanks, Nick. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of snack videos on here. I mean to do more. I've actually been having a whole bunch of foreign snacks in the other room sitting, as I've not got around to doing. I usually do individual videos for them. I might just put them all in one video to get them out there. I have a pass for SeaWorld. I haven't been there in a really long time. I need to go. It's super cheap though. It's only like $21 for both mom and I to go there anytime we want. I got to get there myself. Don't know if I'll make it for Halloween. We'll see. Because almost every weekend I'm doing Halloween stuff, haunt stuff. At least I hope to. It all depends on the storms. This Saturday and Sunday I'm doing things. Are they? I know they probably cancel school. I'm assuming Wednesday and Thursday. Is that correct? What's the schools going to do for Friday? Okay, so Friday too. That's smart. Oh, thanks, Jack. I appreciate that. I always mean to do these live streams more and talk to people such as you, and it's always great to meet new people and communicate with new people. I mean, YouTube has definitely opened up a whole new world for me, and I've met great people from all over the world. But thanks for stopping. Yeah, stop in anytime. If you have any questions on my videos, just put it below. I always try to answer. Sometimes it may take a little bit, but I'll get to it. I actually get quite a few comments, surprisingly, on my stuff. Yeah, but that candy you asked about, it was pretty good. Yeah, I've tried quite a bit of things from both Australia and New Zealand. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you all. Try to be as prepared as possible, but there's still things I'm not going to be able to get done. I need to be better next time, but I think I'll be all right. Like I mentioned earlier, everyone, this hurricane is my first rodeo. I've been through them before. I'll get through this one. It got to a category 5. By the time it hits us, it'll slow down. They say it might be like category 3 or 2 when it really starts affecting here. I'm not saying that's nothing, but definitely better than a 5, You hear my dog, I think she's barking. If anyone has any comments or questions, let me know. I'm here basically talk about stuff, anything. Yeah, the rain and wind. I'm not really worried about flooding in my area. The wind, somewhat, but not as much either. I'd be really worried if I was living on the coast of Florida, or maybe in a trailer. Even though my house is a bit older, it's pretty strong. I'm worried more about losing power for an extended period of time because it gets pretty warm quick, and then can't cook anything. A lot of the food will spoil. I have some non-perishable stuff. And I just remembered I got to make sure I have a can opener. Ooh, one that doesn't use electric. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, but hopefully it's not too much. But I know there's gonna be some places that will probably get it for an extended period of time with having no power. But we'll see. Yeah, hurricane's definitely not something to sneeze at. I think the old saying is. It's always bad. I mean, I'm not saying don't worry, just not panic and just do the best you can. But I know there was a lot of places yesterday you couldn't get any gas on. We'll see what happens. Diet Pepsi, the drink of champions. Used to drink a lot of pop. I'm kind of cutting down on it. It's not that good for you. Yeah, but anyone has any questions or anything you want to talk about, shoot it below. I'm not going to do a really long live stream, just a little bit. I've been getting a lot of kind messages from everyone. Wishing me luck and all that stuff, which I appreciate. It's nice that people care. Yeah, like I said, a lot of the gas stations did not have any gas at all. A couple of them had diesel, and a couple had like this flex fuel stuff that I cannot put in my car, from what I understand. I have half a tank, so I'm not that worried. I don't intend to do a lot of driving around. And I think if the damage isn't too bad, most everything will be pretty normal within a couple days. At least, and I'm talking about my area. I'm not talking about others. Like I said, other areas get a lot worse than me, especially the coast. And I can see the appeal of living on the coast. It's beautiful. You see the ocean and all that, but you just take a really big risk, and that was not a risk I was willing to take. Plus, to live on the coast for an ocean view, it's a lot more money. But I think we'll be all right. Hey, Green World. Yeah, I'm gonna do some. I may do some live streaming outside. Yeah, I do plan to film some just around the house outside. I'm not gonna go out driving when when the hurricane's hitting. It's just it won't. It's just not safe. But I do plan to do some. I did some with Hurricane Helene. We did get some extra wind and rain. I filmed that. I try to always do it. I kind of hesitate sometimes doing those type of videos because some people get angry because they think I'm taking advantage of that. I'm not doing that. I'm just documenting it for history's sake. I know people's interest to see what's going on. I'm not doing it for views or clicks or anything, but just to document it and let people know what's going on. Because there's a lot of people there who has friends and family that lives down here, and they want to know. And I know there's a lot of them check out YouTube videos on it, see what's happening. Yeah, that too. So I've got some criticism about some of the hurricane videos I filmed in the past. And don't get me wrong, I wish I didn't have that option to film them, that they wouldn't happen. I would prefer hurricanes don't happen. As long as they're happening, you want to try to update people. It's news, it's history, and that's why I film them. I'm just doing it because it's happening. I wish I didn't, but yeah, I mean, I can understand what they're saying too, but I'm still going to do them because I think it's better. I think it helps people. And anything, like I said, document it's for history. I guess there's no different. I don't really want to make this comparison because I know people's going to hit me on it. But it's no different for, say, a war correspondent filming a war or battles where people die. They do it to report the news, but for history's sakes. And I'm not putting myself in that that group or nothing. No way, but it's the same thing in a lot of ways. Well, Green World, you'll definitely be seeing some from that area. Because I know Poke very well. You check my channel. I have a lot of Poke-related videos. Yeah, I know, Jonathan. I know a lot of others will too. And I think a lot of them do it for the same reason as me. Of course, some of them take advantage of the situation and they'll hype it up for clicks and stuff like that. It's obvious that they do that. You can tell by how they present themselves, and I don't like that, but nothing I can do about it. I just point my camera and what is it? Record the video, shoot the video, whatever term you want to say, and let people know what's going on. Now, are you in Florida, Jonathan? I know Green Whirl is, but where are you from? Okay. I've never been to Toronto. I've been to Canada once, and I really want to go back. I mean, there's a ton of really beautiful, cool places I'd love to see in Canada. I've been to Niagara Falls. My mom and my dad took me there. Maybe the very early 90s. I don't remember a lot of it. I was fairly young. For the most part, what I do remember is the real stupid stuff, not the important, cool stuff I've seen. But I do want to go back to Canada. That would be cool. If I ever get a chance to do any more travel in other countries, that would be probably the number one place I want to go. I used to live a lot closer, but when I lived in the north, I used to live a lot closer to Canada. I used to see Canadian change fairly regularly mixed in with the American stuff. When I moved down here to Florida, I never see any Canadian money. I think, well, that's not true. I might have seen maybe twice, and a couple of decades I've been down here, a Canadian coin, but not anymore. I can understand, Jonathan. Yeah. Most people will be okay. Thanks, Mary Bates. But yeah, I think most people okay, but you never know. I mean, every hurricane, there will be some people that will die. And hopefully, I always hope that never happens, but usually that's inevitable. Because they're so damaging. At least with hurricanes, most of the time, you have the time to prepare. Unlike a tornado, which can come out of nowhere, is really quick. If anyone here has any questions or anything particular you want to talk about, like I said, put in the chat. It's always great to talk to people. But Green Whirl, if you're still here, you said you're from Polk. Where in Polk? Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. It's always great to talk to people. Yeah, tropical nerves, the worst thing for something like this is not when it's actually happening. It's like the day before it because you're constantly thinking about it, constantly thinking, oh, it's going to be here, oh, another 5 hours, another 4 hours. But when it starts happening, you don't seem to, at least with me, I don't seem to worry as much. In a lot of ways, it's kind of relief that it's here because now that it's here, it's going to be gone soon. So I know what you're coming at. Oh, yeah, I've been to Bartow many times. Actually, I'm going to be going there in a couple weeks because they're having that haunted jail again that the Polk County Sheriff's doing. This will be like their last year. All that's on my channel if you want to see previous years. I filmed other things in Bartow, too. A lot of history in Bartow. A lot of beautiful homes. I hope to be able to buy gas, Mary Bates. We'll see. I'm sure we will. I think within a couple of days, everything will be back to normal if there's not too much damage. Yeah, I went to Cypress Gardens before it was Legoland. When it was Cypress Gardens Adventure Park. So I know what you mean, but that was long before I was doing any filming. With my opinion of it, I liked it better when it was that because they just had a lot more things for adults. They had the concerts, which I never really took advantage of. Never really went to really many of them. And I regret that. They had some famous musicians there over the years. They had haunted houses. They just had more adult stuff. Legoland is just geared towards kids 12 and under. And that's just it. So there's not a lot there really for adults. And even some of the stuff that's there at Legoland for that adults could do are made for the kids. I just liked it better. I wish I would have went to Cypress Gardens Adventure Park more when it was that. I mean, they used to have a zoo there and everything. It was really cool. I liked it. Well, you know who went there, who performed there, and I didn't go see him. And I won't get into why. And I really regret was Wayne Newton. I don't know why I just like his music. And he performed there. That probably was. That would have been like one of the last couple of years. It was Cypress Gardens Adventure Park. But I remember the Oak Ridge Boys went there. Charlie Daniels. Charlie Pride, I remember, was there. A whole bunch of other people. It was incredible. And I never really went to any of those concerts. I won't get into why. It's just a shame I didn't. Like I said, they had legitimate spook houses for adults during Halloween. A lot of the stuff, like I said, it's just all kids stuff. Legoland is very good at what they do. And especially if you have kids, it's a great park. I'm not saying you can't enjoy it as an adult. But most of it is just for kids. They do still have the gardens, actual gardens part still there. That's one of the main reasons why I have Legoland tickets. Check that out. I heard if Legoland had their way, they would get rid of the gardens, but they can't do that because it's an historic area, monument, whatever you want to say. Okay, Tropical Nerds, thanks for stopping in. And keep in touch. Let me know how everything's going with you tomorrow. And hopefully we all get through this okay and continue on normally within a couple days. But I appreciate you stopping in, Tropical Nerds. How old are you, Green Whirl? Hi, Daryl Turncott. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we got to get together, Tropical Nerds. Maybe do a day at Disney or something soon. Don't know about this month. It might have to be November. But thank you. Okay, so you're still a young fella. Yeah, but Cypress Gardens, when I was at the adventure park, was a cool place. I always wondered what happened to the animals. One thing I wish Legoland would have continued, they had it for a while, was that Island in the Sky ride. But after some part broke and then they had trouble getting parts, they pretty much just left it abandoned, which was a shame. That was a cool ride. I was on that a couple times, but that was before I was really doing filming for that stuff. And I never filmed it, but it was a fun. It looked kind of scary because you went pretty high up there, but a fun, cool ride. I have like over 400. Actually, I might have about 500 videos on Legoland now. Like I said, anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, I'm going to live stream some of the storm, Daryl, and film some shorts and stuff like that. I don't know how the signal's going to go. It all depends, of course, if I lose power. I'll definitely be filming some stuff just to give everyone an update on what's going on. Yeah, the Island of Sky Green World was very unique. There's only like a couple of them in the world. Kind of an interesting idea. I think Legoland just did not want to upkeep that. It wasn't fitting in their style, especially because it wasn't Lego connected. Which I can understand they're Lego land. So they want to have pretty much everything connected to Legos in some way. But I think they should have kept it more. I'm sure they could have figured out a way to keep that going because it was a unique attraction, and there's going to be some people who's going to want to check out Legoland just for that alone. One of those old school rides. Second, I moved away from the screen quickly. I just want to see something. Yeah, the water park is almost exactly how it was from Cypress Gardens. Maybe they just didn't want to spend the money. Maybe they thought it was close enough. I don't know. I mean, they totally redid the main part of it, but the water park, and of course, they had to do with the gardens part, pretty much the same. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the weather. There's a couple more haunts I'm going to film. Some other Halloween stuff I plan to do. On Halloween day itself, probably not. I'll probably just stay home. But almost every weekend for the rest of the month, I'm going to be doing some Halloween haunt stuff. Not as much as I planned to, but more than I usually done in previous years. And then next year, I'm doing even more. Because I was invited for some media nights for some things and everything. Yeah, that's just a small part of that event I went to, Daryl. I did a whole thing on that haunt. If you want to see it, but I put the part with me and him in his own video as well. And he's hit haunt stuff really hard. I plan to get this, like I said, some more this month. I'm sure they're having some haunt stuff near you, right? I mean, every state seems to be having them. There seems to be a lot more this year, a lot more popped up. Yeah, I've been to Fred's Market. There's not as many of them around as there used to be. I know there's one up in Lakeland. It is on my list to do, because I did really like their buffet. Um, I just started going to buffets again a couple times this year. It's the first time in years since before COVID, because when COVID hit, I just stayed away from buffets. I wasn't comfortable doing that. I just started doing them again a little bit this year. But yeah, Fred's Market is something I want to check out and film. I do like their food. Their fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and gravy was great. Yeah, I think I remember that one. I don't think I was ever at that one. I went to the one in Winter Haven one time, and I think I might eat at the one in Lakeland. Um, for Central Florida YouTubers, hand soap. I mean, sure. I mean, Tampa J is a good one. Um, World of Micah. There are a couple. There's a lot of great ones in this area. Oh, that's cool, Daryl. Is there any like haunted house things, walkthroughs like what I went through? I'm sure there's some in your area somewheres. They said there seems to be a lot more this year. I actually got invited to 3 or 4 media nights for them. I see how everything is this weekend. Like I said, whoops. Like I said, I intend to do some things this weekend, but all depends now how much damage from the hurricanes. Oh, are you thinking about checking out any of them? I think that'd be pretty cool. Come on. Can't seem to get this on sometimes. There you go. I said Diet Pepsi, drink of champions. Yeah, there's a few of those things, corn mazes around here. I may do one. We'll see. Biggest problem is so many of these things just happen on the weekends, and it's hard to get to all of it. I'm doing some research. A couple things else I might check out. We gotta see. Gotta get a new hat. The sun here in Florida really kills it. And if you look under this thing right here, I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you. This is how much the color changed. Oh, well, you can see that. See if I can pull it. See? That's what the color used to be. See that dark color here? Until it didn't take that long before it started to change. Probably going to get going soon. Yeah, the sun did it. Every single one of my hats, pretty much. And they normally change to this color It's I'm not sure. It's almost like a pinkish gray. Kind of doesn't show on camera as much, but it's or not really a pinkish gray. Like I'm not sure what color. It looks brown, but it's on camera, but it's not really. Like I said, this used to be regular gray. I'm gonna get a new one probably next year. About every couple of years, I have to get a new one. Just the sun beats the hell out of it. I may do another fedora. Um, there's this one hat I'm thinking about getting. Is it like a pork pie hat or something? I may do a different style. We'll see. That's kind of like my trademark, I guess you could say. Not too many people wear these kind of hats. So I don't know why, because I think they're really stylish. Oh, thanks, Green World. Thanks for stopping in. I hope to hear from you again. Like any of my videos you watch, have any comments, questions, please put them below. And yeah, thanks again for stopping. I appreciate it. And you stay safe too. All right. I think I'm going to get going. I only want to be on here about an hour. We're not quite there, but let me see. Oh, yeah, Daryl. I have been to the hat store at Springs, Chapel Hats. And I have bought a hat there before. The last one I had. I went in there looking earlier this year, I think it was. They just don't have a huge selection of hats. Sometimes they'll have one I want. I really want them to be like have a lining to it, which this does, as you can see. A lot of them don't there. And I'll probably, because this hat I bought off of fedoras.com. I'll probably buy my next one off of fedoras.com again, too. Maybe I'll check out Chapel Hats again. But their inventory is just not very large. It's not a very big store, too. Sometimes they have like a kiosk type one located too, but that's even smaller. But if anyone else has any last minute questions, let me know. I think I'm going to go soon. Put it, or is it this way? I think it's this way. Yeah. That way. Interestingly, this looks like this is flipped almost. Image. All right. Good night, Daryl. Thanks for stopping in. I'll try to do another one of these tomorrow. It'll probably be on my phone because I don't want to risk having my computer on with the power going out. I do need to get a battery backup for this computer one time. There's so many things on my list I got to do. But if I live stream, it'll be on my phone. Let me see what the reception is with that. As long as I'm pretty close to the house, it's decent. But any last minute questions, I'll wait a few more minutes, and then I'm going to get going. Sam, I'm almost at 55. I'll give it to exactly an hour, so 5 more minutes. Hi, Tyler Danger. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some videos on the hurricane. I might do a live stream too, depending on the reception. But I will be filming some stuff to try to give some updates and help people out on what's going on, at least in my general area of where I'll be filming them from. Thanks, Tyler Danger. I appreciate that. I get a lot of kind support